Okay, there we go. So, Toddy, congratulations on being the first one to hit Founders Club. That is so exciting. And that's when I reached out to you. It's like, oh my God, how does she do this? I know that you had been on Room at the Top with Freddie and had told him, I'm doing it before the end of this year. I'm doing this before the end of 2020. And you did. And then I just saw the other day that you won the $500 from Freddie. And I believe that in order to have won that, it was not only 120 PV, but you needed to have subscription as well. So those are kind of some things that we really want to teach about is, first of all, how are you getting people to come in as a referring member? How are you helping them reach quick start bonuses? Like, what are your steps to get them from A to B?
Well, Leslie, thank you so much, and my pleasure. So I don't know, would everybody on here know my quick story, or do you want me to share that first?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So my quick story was my girlfriend Tish, who is a $3 million earner with this company, talked to me about this system for 2 years. And it's not that I didn't love her or trust her. I just didn't think it could work for me because I thought I had tried everything. I dieted my way to 300 pounds for 35 years. I probably spent at least $200,000 in the weight loss industry. And anyways, during my 8 days, like everybody else, I had some win-wins. On day 5, I woke up happy for the first time in 6 years because I'd really struggled with some depression issues after my complete hysterectomy. My acid reflux started to disappear. And when I was down 13 pounds in 9 days, and I had been sitting on my couch with a knee injury and eating 5 times a day and wasn't hungry and wasn't thinking about food 24/7, because I used to medicate and celebrate with food. It was my go-to. And it was like, oh my gosh. And then my friend Tish said, you know, I could help you get these products for free. And I said, well, I'm not posting on no Facebook or doing anything like that. I said, but I'll send my back fat pictures to some of my friends because those were pretty awesome results. But I thought, I want this product for free because I can tell this product is working. And I think this might be actually my fix to finally getting rid of my 300-pound life. So anyways, the rest of the story is I've lost over 100 pounds with Zingular. I've kept it off for 3 years. God's blessed me. I'm on no more medications for diabetes, cholesterol, blood pressure, sleep apnea machine, gone. So Leslie, make sure this video never gets out where it could be in non-compliant, please. Anyways, my girls, it would be my pleasure to share what I do. So when I'm bringing somebody on, in Canada, I think our distributor fee is $67, our member is $20 or whatever, right? So I always just say, hey, let's get your member fee so you can pay the same price as I do, right? Everybody's different. So I'm just giving you what I do for me that works for me, okay? Mm-hmm. So, because people are like, oh, you know, some people are scared about the business, whatever. I just want to get people in, swallowing some of our products, because once they see how they're doing on it, they're going to want to share, right? And so slowly during their 8 days, I try to, you know, check in them like on day 3 or whatever, get them on success chats with people or whatever that may look like, right? And then have them adding to my results page. I'm going to say, like, you know, I'm going to get you into the results page because I know you love these products already. We want to get you to get these products for free. And so usually I'll have them post a picture of me or somebody on my team that's had great results. And then they say, we've invited you to this Kanzing Health and Wellness page. We haven't invited you because you need to lose weight. We've invited you for a better, healthier you, because we all need it in these crazy times, right? So something like that, and get them adding their friends so their friends can be a fly on the wall. Because I'm pretty much all these beautiful ladies on here, we were all the same. We were all skeptical. It all seemed too good to be true, right? And so we just kind of sat and watched. How do I get people on subscription? So the minute I'm signing somebody up, I never ask their permission is what I do. So for me, when I'm signing up Leslie and she's told me she wants to get the Ignite system, I get her signed up with the Ignite system. Then I text her username and password. And I say, hey, this is the benefits to a subscription. And I send her from my Share app. And then I have a text replacement. It's A1, which stands for Auto Ship 1. And so the message basically says, hey, I've added you to an audio ship. I hope you've watched this little video here. And you already earned 15 points towards free products. Whatever you do, if you've purchased on Ultimate, please, whatever you do, you also have $127, or I guess $100 credit in the USA.
Yeah.
You have $100. I don't want you to lose that. You're going to get an email 5 days before your subscription ships. So by then you'll know some of your favorite products. So my text replacement says something like that. So now they've got it, and they have the fear of loss because now they've seen it and they're like, oh my God, I don't want to, I already got something free, like 15 points, and this month I could get more or whatever. And so, and I've also stated in that replacement that they're going to get the email 5 days before. Have I had some people get upset with me? Yeah, of course. Because, you know, but 9 out of the 10 people, when you send them a link, they look at it, right? And so now they know that they're going to get the email 5 days before, and then 5 days before they get their email, they're going to see that I've signed them up with whatever I've signed them up. And I typically sign them up with something that I know is going to resonate with them. So Leslie's already told me she bought the Ignite because she's lacking energy and she's having some issues with belly fat. So then I'll get her on a subscription for Zing and XR2. And then when she says, hey, I got this email about the subscription, because she might have forgot by then. And I'll say, hey, Leslie, I got you on our magic pill combo. The Zing and XR2 together is going to help you with your energy, and it's going to help you with your cortisol hormone, which helps with belly fat. So it's the magic combo, and you're going to earn some more points. And by the 4th month, you're going to find some more products you might want to try, and you're going to get like 20% earnings of free products, right? So that's what I do. I don't ask permission. I just do it.
Okay.
But it's always specific to what they've told me their needs, right? So if somebody tells me they're getting on because they can't take their joint pain and their inflammation, then I'm going to get them Global Blend and Flex. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. So most of us here send links out. So we don't normally enroll them. So that's a great way for some people that do enroll. Okay, let's go back to Founders Club. All right. Let me just give you a scenario. All right. So we send out the one last question. You got the one last question. They say, yes, they want to come in as a referring member. And you get them enrolled, or that, you know, they join, you tell them, okay, so now you have just 3 steps. Let's go in and invite your friends, and
Stop barking. Come with mama.
Let's make a post. So they're like, no, I want to wait till I have results. Or I don't feel comfortable about just inviting people. Now, is that something that, oh my gosh, she has a wiener dog, you guys. I love my Doxy.
Yeah.
So I know I went and I stalked your page. I'm like, oh my God, she has Doxies too. So my question is, what steps do you do from the beginning? From like you get someone that comes, even if they don't come in as a referring member, they come in. What is your first step to make them feel comfortable about inviting people into the testimony group?
Leslie, I figured that you'd be too uncomfortable to share into, you know, your Facebook page and that, because I was like that too. So I get it. I said, that's why we've made it so simple. You're going to love this, how you're going to get this for free. You're going to put your friends into the result page, and we're going to give you a picture to post with a beautiful statement that we've created that's going to look like you're helping support your friend Toddy.
Okay.
Everybody wants to support a friend.
All right.
You got to come up with an easy picture for them to post and an easy copy and paste thing for them to post. Once they do the invite, then they go to their Facebook page, post whatever picture they want and a statement.
Okay. Is that something that you would be willing to share with me? Like would you send me that information in a text?
Of course, honey. I'm just not gonna let you, use my picture or whatever, because it's enough around there anyways.
No.
And I think it's more important for them to have connection with somebody that's on your team.
Right. So I just kind of want more of verbiage, like, hey, you're doing this for me. You're going to help me out. We're friends. I'm building a business and I want to help as many of your friends and help you get your products paid for, whatever, that kind of
Well,
thing.
if that's what you guys feel comfortable with, yeah, I just keep it simple because most people are like me. They didn't want to share on Facebook. And I'm like,
Exactly.
exactly, Leslie. I'm like you. I didn't want to share on Facebook either. That's why I've got this for you. You're going to love it. It's so simple. And by doing this simple step, it looks like you're supporting me as your friend. And now you're going to end up getting your products for free.
That's exactly what I want you to send. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll copy and paste it to you, hon.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So now you get them to post, you get them to, you set up like three-way chats once they have people requesting information so that you can help them get their enrollments.
Yeah. So as soon as I see in my results page or somebody on my team sees it, what we do is so that I see Leslie signed up, her girlfriend, Sally. So now on my results page, we'll actually go in there and say, hey, Sally, Leslie will make sure she gets you in a private messenger chat with us or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll text you, Leslie, too. And I'll say, hey, Leslie, your friend Sally wants more information. And I tell people right off the bat, I said, the only thing you're going to have to do is put them in a chat. Introduce me in the chat. That's it. You walk away.
Okay. All right. All right. So now you've got them to where they've got chats going and you are basically doing the work for them, right? You're sending them the fast chats, you're doing all that, you're helping them with the enrollment, that sort of thing. How do you get them once they've gotten their quick start bonus? How do you get them to want to continue? So that, say they've got their products paid for. Their products are paid for, but now you want to continue with them to become a team member, like become a manager, a silver manager. I mean, are there steps that you do or steps that you follow in order to get that person, to stay on your team?
Yeah. So what I say to people, I'm like, oh my God, you just did one of the hardest things in our company is getting the fast forward bonus. And by doing that, people will stick around more now because they're getting their products for free. Plus now you're almost at the place where you could, on top of that, maybe make an extra $300 plus having your products for free. So this is what we're going to do. And then I tell them, let's just keep going. Let's think of some of your friends. Do you have any friends that are lacking energy? Do you have any friends that might be stressful? Let's get into some of those people. If they're not on the results page, let's talk to those people. And my new language right now, Leslie, is Forbes magazine says 79 million people are going to be looking for an online business in the next 5 years. This is our opportunity, guys. So that's my new verbiage. And everybody knows Forbes magazine. They know it's a reputable magazine, and that's what's happening in the next 5 years. So I always say, hey, you're already ahead of the game. Now you're lined up with an online business, number one, 5 years in advance, but number two, in the health and wellness industry. The health and wellness industry is $1 trillion industry. It's one of the biggest industries in the world. So now, girl, you got it going on. You got the online going on and you're lined up with the best thing. People want to spend money on their health and, just pull up people's heartstrings, right? Because when you're young and working, when I was bent over patients drilling and filling teeth, I only cared about making money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can have all the money in the world, but it's not until you get older, in my 50s now, that your wealth doesn't matter. You'll spend all the money on your wealth just to have your health for one day.
Correct. So, all right. So I'm going to kind of backtrack here. So now you've got, you've had them invite into the testimony page. Maybe day 3, you've had them post their results. What steps do you do? Do you have them post like every day? Do you have them go in and what do you do with them once that maybe they've got their first signups? Do you continue with them, giving them, hey, post this, or let's find a transformation, or what do you do to encourage them to do like the IPAs, like post and invite and that sort of thing. What process do you do in that respect?
You know, I only put the energy into the person as much as they're giving out to me.
Correct.
So at the end of the day, if they're like doing all the tasks I've asked them to do, I make sure I'm having them chats with my upline, my sideline, whoever, so I can celebrate them and keep elevating and lifting them up, right? And by doing that, people will naturally want to post more in that when they're like, because everybody's looking for accolades in the world. And in people's jobs, typical place, people aren't getting what we have here with love and compassion and passion for people.
Okay, so when you talk about putting them in a chat, now do you put them like in a team chat, or do you have them separated out as far as your quick start chat? How do you separate your chats out? Does that make sense?
So yeah. So I usually make a name for the post or whatever, like Leslie's health journey or whatever, right? Whatever I feel like. And so the first person I might introduce it to is like maybe my friend Tish. So on day 3, I end up adding Tish to the chat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Leslie just lost 2 pounds in 3 days. But more importantly, she has energy through the roof. And so then let's celebrate her. And so Tish will celebrate her. So then maybe on day 5, I might add somebody else into that chat. Everybody else can delete the chat if they want. I don't care. But now, by the time that chat's done, over the course of 30 days, there might be like 7 people in my upline or crossline or something that are in that chat. Right? Keep giving them exposure, because you never know whose story is going to resonate with who.
So when you invite them and they celebrate, do they then share their story?
So I always have people, share their story, usually by voice recording, just voice record in there quickly their 1-minute story and then post a picture or whatever.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right, Stephanie or Kathleen, any of you guys have any questions that you want to ask? Okay, go ahead, Kim. You have to unmute. There you go.
Hey, I know. Yeah, I'm frozen still. Hey, nice meeting you, Toddy. And I kind of just, that triggered me when you said you asked for them to send a picture and then do a voice. Leslie is good at that. Kimi is good at doing voice messages. Stephanie will do some voice messages, real quickies. But are you finding that the voice messages are actually listened to, or do you find that people read the comments and more often? What's the feedback for your team is awesome. What do you find?
For mostly, like once the video thing's done, we don't usually put anything after that until you can see that the person's listened to it. Like I won't engage in any chats or anything like that unless the person's engaging.
Okay. I love your energy.
Oh, thank you. Is it Kim?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you too, hon.
We'll see you when we get to be live again together.
Right?
Yeah, hopefully, at least hopefully Orlando, right? So, so anybody have any other questions? Stephanie, Tammy?
It looks like Laura had a question. Toddy, hi. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
So Laura had a question. Do you sign everyone up yourself?
So I'm actually kind of laughing because when you guys are talking about a link, I don't even know what my link is, to be honest with you. And some other people that I know, I'm trying to get to executive and I'm a little bit away still. And some people will say, if you started using your link, you might be executive. But you know what? Everybody has to build their business the way that's right in their heart. And I'm all about the human connection. And I don't know. Honest to God, I don't even know what my link is. I've never used it.
So do you get on the phone and take their information over the phone, or do you have them?
I always in the chat, I'm like, okay, I'm excited, Leslie. Now you decided to get the core. What I need, girl, is your cell phone, your email, your shipping address. We can get to your product and your credit card. Most people right away start dropping their email, their shipping address. A lot of times I get people's credit cards, complete strangers. Most of the time, they'll say, can I phone and give that to you? And I'm like, absolutely. But then it's another human connection. Now I actually physically get to talk to them on the phone.
Right. Right. And I used to do that. And now I simply just use the link. I just know that, there were some times that we were talking about making sure that they're checking that box, making sure that they know what the policies are so that it doesn't come back on us. But everybody is a little different. And I do know that there's a ton out there that do enrollments themselves. So
yeah, and I know Zingular would not be happy that I'm doing it that way, but it's working, right? And
right. All right.
I just like the human connection. Like for me to send a link, it just, for me, doesn't work. Okay. Maybe one day it will.
Well, yeah. And, and the thing is, I think that most of us get that connection once they, once they order, and then we're sending them, inviting them into
yes.
support groups and that kind of stuff. So
yes.
there's still some, some of that connection as well, so that we
yes.
can support them.
Yes.
So any other questions, you guys, as far as steps or ideas of getting our people to a quick start bonus manager? Go, Stephanie. You're thinking.
Oh, well, I was just like, honestly, you get those people that like will sign up as a distributor right away, and then they'll just sit on it. Or we've started to just like sign people up as members. And then when they have their first person interested, we're like, okay, you're going to do this. You're going to upgrade for $35 more. You're going to make $80. Here's how you do that. And then that's how we get them up to distributor. Then it's like, they'll get one or two, and then they just lose their little fire, and you're like, come on, so how do you get those people? Do you come across that? How do you deal with that? How are you getting freaking, I don't know, 12 accounts in the 2 months? Like, that's just insane, amazing. And like, what, just step us through that process, because you have to run into that, I'm sure. Or
yeah,
not.
No, Stephanie, that's a good question, honey. And you know what? I talk to a lot of people too, just so you know. I work hard. Mm-hmm. I talk to a lot of people, and I don't pull anybody over the finish line. If people are not giving me their time back, and they have two people and they're not getting their fast 4, then I'm like, whatever. Sometimes if I have somebody that's really trying stuff, and they've really only got 2 people, but they're still trying, they've put me in chats and things like that, but they're been coachable, they're everything like that, and I need a 4-pack of Global Blend or whatever, I'll do that there, because then I'm going to help them and be getting their fast 4 bonus, right? I'm not going to do it for somebody that is not showing up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Got
right.
it.
And I probably wouldn't do that until they're like, need one more person, and they're 2 days away. Now we're 24 hours away, and they've exhausted everything, but they've worked hard, and I need 4 Global Blend, then I'm going to help them out.
Right. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
This leads me to one more other question. How are you guys doing with the 8-day? Do you find that you're really getting people in with the 8-day, or are you just sort of, that's a gateway and you're moving them? How's that going for you?
That's a really hard one for me to answer, because in Canada, it's really hard for us to get it. We don't have it in Canada. We have to order it. It's hard.
Yeah.
And so, yes, it's got some people in for sure, Steph. But what I have found, I say to people, look at, you're paying, in USA, you're paying $100 American, right? By the time you get it in Canada, it's like $150 some, right? And so what I'm just saying to people, look at you, it's a great starter or whatever, but how much is a trimmed down trio?
$179.
Right. So I always feel when you can upgrade somebody to something else, I think always upgrading somebody else to something that's going to have the products in their body longer, in my opinion, is better. Mm-hmm. Do I think the 8-day jumpstart's brilliant? Absolutely. But if you have a girl like me that was 200 pounds and you're putting her on an 8-day detox, you're not setting her up for success.
Right.
And for me, what I say to that person is, look at, I was the 300-pound girl, And I'm just going to tell you, I am not setting you up for success. I'd rather you go and order from somebody else than me. And plus, I say, I really want you to have something to use after your 8 days, even if it means we just get you on trim sticks or zinc. But we need a follow-up product for after your 8 days, because I love my company Zingular, and I don't want anybody saying a bad thing about us. And so I don't want you to go on the 8-day detox and lose 7 pounds and feel amazing. Then 7 days later, you've put it on and you feel miserable and you're like, oh, that Zingular product, it didn't work. Does that make any sense?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
It does. All right.
Thank
So,
you.
so do you get your people on day 3, or I mean, do you get them on a call, like a phone call?
I used to do a lot of phone calls. My team's growing too fast, and I really only have 2 strong leaders on my team. And so I just don't have the time to physically have all the phone calls all the time. So I have gone to just the chat method more in that thing, and then do a video chat usually on the celebratory on the 9 days or whatever.
Okay. All right. I think
if it's somebody that's already not even halfway through their detox and they already got to fast forward because they're like a rock star and they're telling all their friends and they're showing up as somebody that has a big mouth or whatever that may be, those people deserve a 3-way call, in my opinion. But we all know that 3-way calls can take time. And so I'm just very cautious with my time, because I used to give too much of my time to people and then the month later they're gone.
Okay, so now let's talk about, how are you building your funnel? So, you know, you're building your business. How are you building your funnel as far as enrolling? And, you know, like you said, you're busy all the time, you're working hard. What are the things that you do on a daily basis?
Well, you're the wrong person to talk to, because I'm the worst Facebook person in the world. And so I always say to people, nobody knows people's backstories. So my backstory, Leslie, was I failed at 5 network marketing companies before I found one 11 years ago that had success. So I have met a lot of people in those other businesses and things I've done over the last, 20 years of trying to be successful in network marketing. Okay. But one of the things I always say, just love all over people, make a new friend everywhere you go, give somebody a smile, like just try to be making new friends everywhere you go. And I know it's harder in these COVID times or whatever, but if I do add somebody on Facebook, I actually I add them as a friend. And what I'll say a lot of times, I'll like, oh my gosh, Leslie, I just added you as a friend because I see we have 2 mutual friends. I thought we should be friends. So health and happiness in 2021, and God bless you. And make a personal recording to them. There's a more chance that they're going to accept you. The minute somebody accepts me as a friend, so it's not like I don't want them to think that just they accepted me for a friend. The minute they accept my invite, it automatically goes into my results page, right? I don't even ask permission or whatever, but they probably think, oh my God, we became friends on Facebook and all of a sudden I'm in their thing. So I don't know. I always just think maybe people think it's automatic that they get into this page when they become friends with me. I don't know.
Okay. And, because I think that's, for me, I'm always like, well, then they're going to think that the only reason why a friend requested him is to put him in my testimony group. So maybe that's just stepping out of my comfort zone. And maybe that's something that I need to do because, everybody needs what we have.
So Leslie, this is because I took business and dental school. This is what I would say to this for you to help you with that.
Okay.
So now you've added them to the results page. I would go back and say, hey, Leslie, I just wanted to let you know I added you to my health and wellness page. I didn't become your friend just to add you or whatever, but it's changed my life so much. If you decide to accept the invite, wonderful. If you don't, I hope we can still be friends on this social media world. And I look forward to helping you. If there's anything I can ever do to help serve you or whatever, just please let me know. Because I think, when you're real and honest with people, there's a better chance that they'll probably accept the invite.
Correct. Yeah, that's really good. That's good. I like that. That.
And if they don't, that's fine. They're going to see the results for the next 30 days. And then they're going to keep following your Facebook page. And they're going to say, hey, that Leslie girl looks like she's a pretty cool girl. Maybe I should go and accept that invite, because she hasn't been from her Facebook page. She doesn't look like she's cuckoo-luckoo.
Well, I don't know.
So anyways, guys, I have loved sharing time and space with you, but I really have to run. I'm supposed to be on another call at 7. I don't even know what time it is.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Toddy. I super appreciate you jumping on, and can't wait to see you in Orlando.
Okay, awesome. I see it's 7:03, so I really got to run. God
right,
bless
bye-bye.
and love to you all. Thanks for sharing time and space with me. I really appreciate it. And Leslie, thank you. Text me to remind you to send whatever I'm supposed to send.
All right. Thank you. All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye-bye. All right.
That was
that
good.
was a ball of fire.
So hey, real quick, did she say she uses Team Z? Because I'm wondering,
say that.
I know, I'm just kind of curious on that because, when she friends request people, then she puts them in. And anyway, I'm just curious. I was curious as to her tracking system, but.
I don't know.
She didn't mention that. Leslie forgot. Leslie forgot to ask her about Timsy, and I almost typed it. I know.
It was like going so fast, you guys. It was like, wowzer.
I know. She's awesome. Totally an inspiration. Love her energy. She's like really cool.
Right. I think so. Well, I do like the idea, you guys, about adding people in and telling stories, and then, and then people can leave the chat to where at least they're not, it's getting to the point where it's so hard to do those calls, right? That it might save some time, grabbing people and grabbing stories and stuff so that they can hear from other people. I like that.
Also, if they're engaged, because how some people because again, it goes back to time, and then not overwhelming them. But if it's somebody who's engaged and it's relevant to their story, about inflammation or whatever, then that would be a good thing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I know. Because I think we all have that, where we've got someone that didn't come in as a referring member, because I have one right now, didn't come in as a referring member because she's done other marketing before and didn't do well with it. And so, and it was a weight loss company. And so she's kind of afraid, she was afraid to come in. But she's posting, she's inviting, she's sharing, she's doing all the things that I've asked her. Now we're just waiting, hopefully, for her to have a reason to upgrade so that she can bring in some people. But she's got a couple people already in some chat threads. So you have those that come in right off the bat that, that you're getting to do that. But then you have the others that come in as a referring member and you cannot get them to do nothing. So I have been sending the subscription, Stephanie, that you sent that tells them that that right now it's marked as a member, but you can definitely upgrade, and follow the 3 steps about inviting and posting and that kind of stuff. And I've been doing that, and it's still, it's giving them the opportunity and that thought process. It's like, oh, well, I could get my products paid for. None of them have chosen to come in as a referring member, but
Yeah.
You never know. It just still gives them that option to do that.
Yeah, I don't have many distributors. I don't have any out of 8 this month. I have nobody that chose distributor. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. Because when I even, I had 4 last month and none of them are, well, couple of them are doing something, but it's still usually, not having anyone do it. And then they eat out that 30 or 45 days and they've lost it by that time anyways. I'd rather upgrade them when they have their first one.
And, and that was something that when we had the regional meeting and Lori Ulrich was up there and that's what I asked her. I said, oh my God, then, you have people that, they're not ready to share their results. They come in as a referring member, they're not ready to share the results, not until they at least have their results. Do you still go ahead and send them the one last question? She goes, absolutely, I do. And yet I'm thinking in the opposite, that God, you eat up those 30. I mean, I've enrolled at least a half a dozen, and not one of them have hit quick start, because they get one or two and then that's it. And there's, so I'm not going to do the one last question anymore. I'm going to do the subscription one, where they can come in as a member and decide later. And then I'm going to go ahead and send them that, hey, do you want to get your products paid for? And go that route, because I've already asked them if they want to be a referring member. But then I'm going to go ahead and do the one where it's like, you want to get your products paid for, or you qualify for the $100 bonus. Do you want to snag that up? I mean, those are both great ones to use, because I don't want them to use up their time.
Yeah.
And the only way it really affects them is if they're going for extreme business builder. That is, if they have that volume, that network of people, that's where it can shoot them in the foot.
Right.
But the majority of people in the world don't have that, in my experience. I haven't run into that big funnel. And usually they come from another direct sales company, or they're extremely well connected in some industry.
Right. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah. Well, and I think that, you're still giving them the opportunity to come in as a referring member, when you send that, the subscription, or the come in as a member or a distributor. I mean, you're still giving them that opportunity, but you're not going to lose that 30 days in the same aspect. So,
and I've been honest with people, like, let's talk about what you have, like your network of friends. Do you have people in mind? And actually, I think that builds relationship, because then it's not just all about, oh yeah, I want to get you to be a referring member. It's like, let's strategize here a little bit, because if we could line it up, then we start your 30 days. Right. If you have a large network and you already have people in your mind, then let's move forward now. Let's start to move. And at least then I think that builds relationship too, that you're looking out for them.
Right. Well, and there should be some verbiage that we could come up with that says that's, and I think that, all the leaders have talked about, who are your ride and dies? So if you were to get a flat tire, who would be the first one that you called? Or, who would be the first ones that you're going to have a birthday party and you want all your friends to come? You're going to turn, 35, or you're going to turn 40. Who are your besties that you would call that that they would come to your party? Those kind of things. So there needs to be that strategy that we reach out to these people that says, let's get your products paid for. And who are those people that would celebrate not only, a birthday, but your weight loss or your goals, or, getting healthy again, that sort of thing. So maybe that's just where we need to go to, you guys.
Someone on our team find out that brilliant wording, share it with us, like try it, test it, rock it out, and then give it to us. And then you're going to train everybody in the company on how you hit Founders Club in 1 week.
1 week.
Who's it going to be?
Well, I think we just all need to brainstorm. Definitely need to do that.
Well, I did today. I'm pretty proud. That's why I'm late. I signed up a new distributor. We signed up his first person, and we have another probably ultimate for him tomorrow. And he said, I'm just going to whore this. I said, no, we don't want to whore it. I said, but you know what? I think you got the right idea, because you know what? It's sellable. And if the better you look, the more they're going to look. So he said, I'm whoring it. I said, David, if you want to whore it, I'll pimp you. So he's got a great attitude. He has a why. He and his wife have a why. And why? Because they're tired of being sick and tired, and they want to go to Hawaii and look hot instead of be buried in the sand. And I said, Yvonne, you need to put up a board right now why you and David want this business and get going. She goes, great idea. I'm going to do that as soon as I get off the phone with you. So this, I mean, everybody's looking for a star. I'll take a comment. I'll take a star. I'll take a flash, you know. You know,
That's awesome, Kim. That's
yeah,
awesome.
well, I'm trying, and I've hit so many roadblocks, and it's just like, well, you people hurry up and give the stimulus money because I'm so tired of hearing that excuse. So,
That and taxes.
so I don't know, but I tell you what, I had so many people. Please pray for me that I win on the 8-day supply. I said, okay. I think everybody's
awesome.
pocketbook's kind of low right now, so. But, oh well.
Yep. So we just got to come up with some magic verbiage. So next week we have Ashley Richard, right? Is that who I got?
That's what you said.
That's what I said, right? I know. I've had her planned for like 2 months, you know. But Ashley Richard, I'm really excited about because she is an enrollment machine, and so of course I'm sure that we can talk to her on enrollments and subscriptions to you guys. So still struggling with subscriptions. I had, I think, 3 signups today and only 1 signed up with a subscription. So it's like, you know, like, oh.
Yeah, I am not having good luck with subscriptions off the bat, but I am having them they are with those new subscription scripts. They are getting it on. So the same, like, you know, on their first month. So
Okay,
I
good.
don't know what is going on though at the beginning, because I used to have a little bit more luck and I'm having like zilch luck.
I know.
But I just, we'll figure it out.
No.
But
And so those scripts are in Team Blast, aren't they? Did you put them in Team Blast yet? No?
No.
All right.
I've been testing them.
Okay.
And I have to like just get them. I have a link for them. I just haven't made them live yet because we were working them into the other scripts. But I think for people who are older like us, you're going to want to go to, oh, what are those new subscription scripts? And you'll want the link for that to just go into those and use those. But for new people, we're trying to have it built into the script so that they just go naturally into those. But for us oldies, we're like, oh, what are those new subscription scripts Steph was talking about? And we'll want the link, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had them built in, and then I'm like, Megan, we need a separate one because you've got people that have been here forever that want to know where's the, you know, subscription scripts, or where's the, you know, whatever.
Right. Well, I did go into my people that order without subscription, and did go into them and sent out, you know, hey, this is how much, you know, you've missed out on, and got several on subscriptions.
Oh, good.
Those aren't new subscriptions though. Those, you know, that's not new in your point range, right? So
yeah, but the next ones, because you have the link to it, actually you'll see like S1 through S5, I believe it is, and those you start sending on day 15 of
right.
a new person,
right?
And it's moving them in. In fact, a girl's on day 18 and she already put her subscription in to run this month. She wanted it day 19 because she was like, I don't want to run out of trim sticks, which I sampled. So if you guys have someone who orders an Ignite or a core without trim sticks, send them some trim sticks, because
Right.
You know, 8 out of 10 times they're like, I gotta have me some of those, you know, and they can put those on their subscription.
Well, and another thing too, you guys, and I have continued to use it, is the daily tips that I got from Jennifer McKinney, and they're from day 1 to day 8, but it goes through like all the products. So it talks about, of course, taking XR2, and it talks about shine, and it talks about prime, and it talks about trim sticks, and it talks about all of those. And by sending those, I've had people actually, it's like, well, I need to know more about this trim sticks that, this daily tip talked about. And so I've had people, and actually I've had really good luck with the 8 days, you guys. I've had a lot of really good luck. People have had good results. They're ordering more product. I'm doing more of doing the 8 day, and then I tell them, you know what, the 30-day fat burner accelerate, it's only $39.99. So why don't we add that so that you continue with your fat burning, so that we don't, so that you don't run out. And 99% of them are adding the accelerate to that. So then that way, even if they are done with the 8 day, they're still having the fat burner, and I can hopefully get them right into a subscription for more products or get them to order. Because I'm glad they put the chocolate lean in there, because everybody's like wanting to reorder the chocolate lean and the trim sticks, because the trim sticks are in there too. So anyway.
Yeah, there's those 8-day coaching scripts for the specific to the 8 day that are also in those scripts. I should just put them live and just forget integrating them, or work on that part, but get these live so that you guys can coach them differently, because by about, day 3 to 5, we're having people order a system.
Yeah.
With those scripts. So, and if they're not, they're ordering, like you said, some products. So I need to just get those. In fact, I'll just have Megan get them, and we can tweak them as they go, but at least they're there for everybody. And I'll just put them in the duplication scripts in Team Blessed.
Okay, perfect.
One post, they'll all be right there, and everyone could just go to them and just know that they're still in the working phase.
Perfect. Well, at least it's a start, and that way we can always tweak them, and do that. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, this was good, short and sweet, and I did record it. So Cecilia reached out. She couldn't jump on. So I'll post it in Team Blessed. And I will, of course, post it in my team thread too. So anybody else have anything else that they want to share or ask?
Thank you, Leslie. It was good. It was super good. You did a great job.
Good. Thank you. Telling you though, I was telling Stephanie, I've been after her and she won't respond. I don't know how she does business, because she's not on Facebook Messenger. She won't answer that, and she won't answer text messages. I finally had to reach out to Freddie. She said she was going to help me, and I can't get a hold of her. And then just like that, imagine that, she answered me. So that's all good.
That's good.
It's all good. Yeah, I like these weekly trainings, you guys.
I wish more people would have joined. We're a small group tonight, but it's a lot of power outage. So
a lot of stuff going on for sure.
Yeah, so we're waiting for it to hit now. It starts tonight at 1, or the morning, I should say.
Yeah. San Diego doesn't have to worry about it, you two.
Although I did have a light jacket on tonight when I was at the gym. Yeah, there's Kel. Hey, Kel.
Yeah.
I wore a long shirt.
Oh, yeah, you guys.
Kelly wore a long sleeve shirt and I wore a light jacket to the gym.
Oh, God.
Hey, Texas is like 15 degrees, so never say never.
I'm serious. Poor
Yeah.
Sherlyn.
I know. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be minus something here tonight, so it is what it is.
Wow.
Yeah. And more snow. We have about 10 inches of snow right now. And another couple inches. It won't matter.
We got a light rain the other day.
Mhm.
Yeah, well,
People
that
were-
was a flood there.
That
with
was
the
a
light
flood. No one
rain.
can
I
drive.
remember when it would rain
Uh-uh.
and
You guys
Fullerton, it was
remind me
like,
of